It's the NFL on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Tre'Davious White. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Panthers and the Wizards, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers and the Orlando Wizards. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Now Lewis selects to return it. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Knox. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave him 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game,
can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 17 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Richardson looking to throw this. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. But you look at this defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. He'll get this down to the 38. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. First and 10, it's Richardson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Richardson to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Pierce will take it in. Touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On first down, Richardson. Going right back to Dodson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Pierce now up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Now it's Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Wizards have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now Lewis selects to return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Knox. Now a short one to Gesicki. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Knox. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Richardson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. 3rd and 12. Now Richardson back to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Quick throw caught by Godwin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Walker. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 13 yards out. And the Panthers are back within a score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Orlando takes back over on offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Richardson looking to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Richardson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
To throw is Richardson, operating from the gun. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Toss left side for Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
It's 3rd and goal.
Richardson out of the shotgun. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Pierce. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 23. Orlando takes back over on offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Off play action. Knox. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Jervon Dexter who got in to drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw. Richardson over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Now a handoff for Pierce to about the 33-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down, here's Richardson. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Knox. Now a short one to Gesicki. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Knox. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing on 1st down. Knox. A quick pass here to Godwin. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Knox. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that'll be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm?
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So, all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. That's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Richardson will throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking to throw on second down. Knox. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Knox. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play. And that will bring up second down. A give for Walker running right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up fourth.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. Orlando takes back over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Give to Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On third down, here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Give them 18 on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football, and it will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running back.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Richardson to throw off play action. And again, back to Komet. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to the air with Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Richardson. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. On the carry, this is Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Richardson to throw. Staying on his feet. Forced out to his left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Knox. Throw out wide to Walker. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss it.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Orlando takes back over on offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Here's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sly able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off play action, Richardson. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Richardson looking to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground with Pierce. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Cameron Dicker for the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead now up to 14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair.
He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Hyatt, 75 yards. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Sly on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Orlando takes back over on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Gets through, and now an opening. Oh, look at the juke. And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know. Bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambled for that first. After the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Richardson's throw taken in by Johnston. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Richardson. That's complete to Dobbs. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Looking to throw. Knox. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
To throw on third down. Knox. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Drake Jackson in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. A run for Pierce out of the gun. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Here's Lewis to return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here it is, 4th and inches. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Pierce will try to pick it up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning.